Good morning, good morning, good morning, business owners. Leon Street here, starting 1 hour later than usual. Had to adjust some things due to family priorities. As it happens, guys, I'm a human after all. But anyway, today's topic, I've got a really great one, and I've got a number of stories that I want to share with you. I wanted to focus on this topic. This is how to stop chasing money and all opportunities for bigger success. And very clear about why I'm saying stop chasing money and all opportunities for bigger success. And I'm going to give you some clarity on how you can attract money, but not by chasing the money, and how you can take your business to bigger levels of success, not by chasing the money and not by chasing every opportunity, bright, shiny object that comes in front of you, so that you can, achieve the things that you want, rather than, I guess, falling into, the negative space of things like frustration, anger, envy, all of those things where you're kind of wishing, why can't it happen for me? Why isn't it happening for me? So I'm going to be covering those points in a number of stories, and I've got a few examples that I'm going to share with you. But as always, guys, if this is the first time watching me, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So click on the subscribe button and then hit that notification bell. If you're watching me on Facebook and you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please jump over to YouTube and make sure you subscribe. There's lots of great videos and content for you if you're a business owner who wants to take your business to the next level, especially around online marketing and sales, and the mindset you need in order to go on and achieve that. So good morning, Magdalena. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you, my Kohania, for your constant support. I appreciate you guys. Everybody else, if you got any questions, remember, drop them into a comment below this video, and I will come to every comment. And it's an important one. Have you ever chased after bright, shiny objects in the hope and pursuit that your business will be a success? If that's you, you're in the right place. And I'm going to share with you what you can do instead. So let me get into the presentation, because I've got a few things I want to cover. So before I get into the exact steps, remember, if you want help growing your business, go to www.leonstreet.com/one-to-one. Book yourself in for a date and a time to have a chat with me for 30 minutes, and I'll help you to point you in the right direction of what you can do to take your business to the next level. So what am I talking about? And this is timely, this quote that I want to start with. First of all, stop chasing the money and start chasing the passion. And this comes from the ex-CEO of Zappos. He retired from Zappos in August this year, Tony C. And unfortunately, he passed away literally, I think a few days ago, like literally 2 days ago or something like that, 24 hours ago. And I'm using this quote because this is a guy who took Zappos to, extreme levels of success, a shoe company, and a shoe company, not a success in monetary value, in the sense of that was the primary objective. They took it to that level of success because they chased and pursued the passion. They didn't chase the money. And this is what I'm talking about in today's live. If you pursue your passion, the money will follow. And this is a guy that proved it by hitting huge levels of success. And if you don't know who Zappos is, go check them out on Google after this live stream, of course, and you'll see great shoe company, I think worth billions. And not only that, they actually make a difference to people's lives. And that's the key thing that I want to talk about today. It's how you can make a difference to your life, to other people's lives, and still get the reward you're looking for by pursuing what you're passionate about, what your purpose is, rather than driving in your business and going for everything just because of the money. Because when you go for the money, you go broke, and it doesn't work out the way you want it to work. So let's move forward. So why stop chasing the money? There's a couple of things. I'm just going to share them on screen. I'm going to come back to me. So I'm going to be talking about vision, purpose, ego, focus, and after all, money. So let me kind of kick off with that, and so you've got some clarity on what I'm sharing. And if this is making sense, guys, just drop a yes in the comments below this video as I'm going through this, because I want this to hit home, because I've had 2 specific conversations this week with business owners on what they need to do to be a success. And when I shared what I'm about to share with you, it really hit home for them, and it kind of embedded, and they had a different level of focus. They had a different level of, I guess, vision and ideas around what they need to do in order to pursue, their success. So here we go, vision. See, the thing is, instead of chasing the money, you have to chase the passion. And a lot of people think, well, I'm passionate about different things. Well, in actual fact, you probably have, a vision that contains a number of things, but ultimately your vision for your business is really about how you serve your customers, how you serve your community, how you serve your audience, right? So if you're driven in service, you're going to find more meaning in your life. And I'm going to go back to Viktor Frankl here, who wrote the famed book Man's Search for Meaning. And in there, at one specific point, when you read the book, you'll find that he talks about the three meanings of life. And he talks about love, he talks about relationships, and he talks about work. Yeah, three meanings in life. And this is a guy who was a survivor from 2 concentration camps in the Second World War, also a renowned psychologist. The point I want to get to is that he doesn't talk about the meaning of life is to chase money. Yeah. And so coming back to the point of what I was talking about with vision, if you're driven by your vision, if you're driven by, some people might just think, oh, I've got a goal. Yeah. But vision is something that is not yet in reality and you're about to create, and not necessarily in the next second, but you're probably going to create over the next 10, 20, probably never in your lifetime, because that vision is so big that it will be ongoing after your lifetime. Think of people like Martin Luther King. He had a dream, and that dream continues beyond his lifetime, going into legacy. Yeah. So the point I want to get to is that when you're driven by your vision, you're driven by this purpose, this why, the reason why you get out of bed in the morning. And usually when you're focused on your business, it's to do with service. It's to do with the difference you're going to make with the people you serve. You may have a reason to get out of your bed because because of your family, friends, community, but usually in business, it's because it's this bigger pull to serve, because you have this set of skills, or you have this ability that can make a difference in people's lives. It fills you with, I guess, the purpose of what you want to do, knowing that you find meaning in it, you find meaning in the work, you find meaning in the love, the passion for what you do, and the relationships you forge with clients, customers, and the community, right? So this is where I want to start, guys. Whereas if we park that to one side, so vision, purpose, why, and then start chasing the money, the dynamics are wrong, because you're chasing money. Money is it's just currency. It's an exchange of energy, but it's not a pursuit of something that makes a difference. Yeah. And what you can do, I guess, in many respects, if you look at it in the sense of what money really is, it's an exchange of energy. Some people say it's an exchange of goods or service or products for money, but in actual fact, if you look at it in its raw materialistic approach, it's energy. That's what it is, right? You do some work, you get paid. Yeah. And there's an exchange of energy, and energy can't be destroyed, it can only be exchanged. And that's what really money is. So the point I want to get to here is, if you want to pursue the exchange of energy, you're not pursuing anything that is really driven for a bigger purpose. Yeah. And I'm guessing that's what your business is about. Your products and services change the lives of your customers. And so anyway, now here's the first story that I want to share with you guys. So I was speaking to a young man this week. He has a young family. So he's got one child. He's got his wife, and he reached out to me. He was listening to the podcast because another business owner, had recommended him to check out some of my content, because he wanted some clarity on the direction of where he needs to go in order to be a success. And it wasn't my usual type of person who reached out to me, because he was actually moving into a job rather than a business owner. But nonetheless, people find information and they find the things that they resonate with. And this guy resonated with the podcast and these live streams that you see that I put out, twice a week, every week. He really loved the content. So he messaged me on Instagram, said, "Hey, Leon, can we have a chat for 30 minutes? I'd really love some guidance." So I said, "Hey ho, I do pro bono work every now and again, and you know what? It pulls on my purpose to help another person out, and it's not for money. I'm not chasing the money, and this is another reason why I'm sharing this story with you." So this person booked in, and we had a conversation, and the conversation lasted for about 20 minutes. But I'm going to give you the fast uh, I guess oversation. So anyway, this guy reached out to me. He said, "Hey, I was working for Yell, and if you're not from the UK, Yell is a big marketing firm who used to have the yellow pages, and they exist in other countries or did, but now they've gone more digital because their book, obviously, it's a bit prehistoric these days, is not the way that business owners find success." So anyway, he said he worked at Yell for 5 years, helping people with marketing and different services that they sold, and now he managed to get a job for a consultancy. And so he says to me, he said, "Look, I'm about to move into this consultancy. Could you give me some advice on how I can sell consulting services as opposed to working for a corporate like Yale, and how I can be a success?" And I was like, "Great." So, he shared that with you. And I said, "Tell me what's important to you in your life, first of all." And bearing in mind, guys, I'm not a career counselor or anything like that. But look, I've been on this earth 40 years and I've got some experience of different things. So I would say that I was able to give this person advice. And so anyway, he shares with me what his passion is, and he said to me, he said, "I'm chasing the money." That was the first thing that came out of his mouth, and I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." So he continued to tell me a few other things, and so then, like, I said, "Can I speak now? Can I just share some ideas and some thoughts and insights that I've got from what you just shared with me?" And he said, "Yeah." And so I said, "Look," I said, "you can't chase the money." Yeah, I said, "What you must pursue is what is going to set you alight, what is going to put you in a place where you're fueled by your passion and fueled by your desire to serve the customers in this new business that you're going to step into." And from that point, like, he kind of started to rethink his approach to chasing money. And so in the end, what I got to was that actually what you're selling is no different to what you sold in Yelp. When you move into this corporate company, it's just going to be a different type of product, but it will serve actually the same type of audience, small business owners, because the consultancy he was moving in was really another small business service provider. So anyway, we're talking, and then by the end of the conversation, he was like, "Wow, like, I really understand now. It's like I need to pursue and chase my passion and how I help people." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Because if you can think of innovative ways within this job that you're about to step into, and you can bring more money to them by serving the customers and the audience better," I'm like, that's going to give you opportunities to increase your income, because you can bring new ideas to the business owner and say, "Look, if I can do this and generate even better results, can I increase my pay and the commissions and so on?" And he was like, "Wow, I hadn't even considered this." So that's story one, guys. So that's the first step in what I wanted to share with you around when you pursue your vision, your purpose, and you're focused, you can really make money. But when you focus on the money, you lose the attention when it goes to vision, purpose, and focus. And I've left one of the top four out because this is an important one, which is your ego. What I want you to understand, guys, is that when you're in pursuit of your vision, when you're living your life by your why, by the purpose that you have, and you are focused, you will still come up against the challenge of your ego. And I don't know how much you guys have really looked into ego, but I've looked into it quite a lot myself. I've done a lot of personal development on myself, but I want to share a little bit of insight with you. And the thing is, your ego is your internal approach to protecting you as a human being. And in prehistoric days, or early days of man, it was a mechanism to help protect you against the dangers of the environment around you. And obviously now most of us live in an environment where actually things are pretty safe, other than lockdown and other things that have happened this past year, right? But anyway, your ego is there to protect you. But the point I want to get to is that when your ego hasn't got external factors or external environment to protect you against, what it starts to do is protect you against internal environment and your thoughts. Yeah. And so your ego is going to give you a challenge. And this is where the bright, shiny object and thinking of these crazy ideas that have nothing to do with what you're passionate about or what your vision is, or what you have skills that can make a difference to people's lives. And it starts showing up, and opportunities that show up as these bright, shiny objects that are actually going to take you off track, take you off vision, take you off purpose, are the things that other business owners I've seen quite regularly. And I've experienced this early in my career as well. You get thrown off track. So you might find somebody approaches you, they want to do a business partnership. You might find there's a business opportunity, and all these things, when you really start to look at them, most of the time, I'd say 99% of the time, they're distractions. So the reason why I left the ego one, but I included it in the top part, is that this is something that you have to learn to manage, and you can only do this by working on yourself through personal development and doing work on, I guess, your approach to your purpose, spirituality, and your ego, bad habits and good habits, and all those things that happen in between. But I wanted to share that part with you because it doesn't matter if you are vision focused and purpose driven and you focus full stop, you will still have to go up against your ego. And so I'm sharing that part with you because it isn't like it's just a straight line to success. That part is the part that you have to manage and get to know and understand how to work it your whole life. So anyway, now that I've shared that part with you, does that make sense, guys? For everybody watching so far, has that made sense? The difference between chasing and pursuing your vision rather than going after and chasing the money. So that's the first step. Now I just want to add a little bit more insight into this. And if it is making sense, please do interact. Even share this video if you think it's something that another business owner needs to see, just to help them gain a bit more clarity. So here's my next story now that I'm going to share with you. And this is on screen, but I want to share the story with you first. So back when I first started to have my first coach, my first business coach back in 2008, when I was 28. So what's that, 12 years ago, nearly 13. Anyway, one of the things that I was introduced to was the Tony Robbins Potential Quadrant. And this is a really good tool that you can use in order to understand how, I guess, humans work in terms of chasing the bright, shiny object. And I want to use this to show you that when you're not chasing the money, but you're chasing the vision, how this can actually compound the success of where you're going and what you're doing, almost like a bank account. Back when they used to pay interest and you would earn money and the interest would compound, but like stocks and shares. Yeah, that's a probably better example where you can earn more money. So anyway, here is what I want to share with you. This is the, I don't know if it actually is by Tony Robbins, but I know it came from him anyway. I don't know. I probably need to look into the origin of this, but I'm going to share this with you anyway. So when you're pursuing your potential, you're pursuing the thing that you're passionate about, you've got your baseline potential. Yeah, you believe in whatever the vision is, so therefore there's the potential energy, the potential thought, the potential vision, the potential why of what you want to go and achieve. And what happens is when you then decide to use that potential and take action, yeah, this is where you start to put things in place. Yeah, and that action allows you then to achieve certain results. And sometimes those results are really great, sometimes those results are really poor, or they're just not what you really wanted and you really needed things to be a success. But you know, that happens. But when those results come in, what happens is it starts to mold and form your beliefs. And then what happens is you fall into the cycle of these beliefs and then the potential of what you can do next. And so it's almost like you go to the next level, but that next level may either take you to another level of success, or it may take you down another path that leads you to perhaps failure or lesser success. And your action therefore matches your potential. And the action, because you experienced something poor or bad the last time, your results start to go into further poor results, and your beliefs around you pursuing your passion start to become weaker, more negative, and it's kind of like, oh, woe is me, and challenging. And so I'm sharing this part with you and this tool with you because if you're chasing money and the action that you implement turns into results that doesn't go the way or don't go the way that you want them to, and therefore your beliefs start to become impacted and you get into this place of anxiety, depression, anger, frustration, it starts to become this kind of never-ending cycle or loop. And I say never-ending, but actually, you know, at some point you can control where this goes. But the point I want to get onto is that the best thing in your approach to pursuing, you know, your success is always to go for the vision, guys, because your potential will be driven and the source will be your vision, something higher, something more greater than where you are right now, because that's what a vision is, right? It's a supernatural thing that doesn't yet exist, but you're going to create because that's the life that you see. That's the way that you see. And that way your actions will come from a purer place, rather than actions driven by just chasing money. And the results that you get, yes, they will come in the form of money, but they will also come in the form of the growth of you, the growth of you in terms of emotions, in terms of mindset, in terms of spirituality, in terms of skills around the business that you have. And those results will forge stronger and greater belief as to why you must pursue that vision. And for me, this is where success is found, because when you're pursuing money, what happens is you jump from opportunity to opportunity, and you just end up with this string of failures usually, or half successes, if we're honest with ourselves, right? Because I've done it before. I've been in partnerships a couple of times in business, and it's just served as a distraction. But and I say but, I did learn from it, and that was the key thing. But not everybody's that lucky, because when you get caught up in the bright shiny objects syndrome, and you're in this loop, and it's you see this bright shiny object, you see the potential, you take some action, the results are poor, your beliefs get hit, and you think, oh, I need to move on to the next opportunity, the next bright shiny thing, instead of just pursuing your vision, pursuing the thing you need to be doing. So with that being said, what happens? What's the effect? Well, you must watch your thoughts. Why? Because they become your words. You must watch your words because they become your actions. You must watch your actions because they become your habits, and watch your habits because they become your character, and watch your character because it becomes your destiny. But if everything is driven from your vision, you set yourself up for a greater opportunity of being a success. Good morning, Yadira. Thanks for jumping on. So, this is my conclusion, guys, is that some of you will have to go through the experience of chasing bright, shiny objects, so you learn the lesson to stay on track in your business. But when you stay on track in your business and you start to taste the success in your business, of the difference you make, of the changes you go through, of the team you grow, the impact you make in your community, and the money that follows as the compensation for the work that you put in, that's where you'll find your true success, your true North Star. And I'm sharing that part with you because I see so many business owners who they're lost. And my final story that I want to share with you is that I was speaking to two women this week who are in a partnership, right? So they're in a partnership business. And what I got to within the first 10 minutes is that each of the business owners didn't have a clue as to what each of the other person had as a goal for that business. And there were two contrasting goals. One had this massive, elaborate goal, and the other one had a more kind of conservative, but still very good result they wanted to achieve. And so when I shared and asked the questions that I asked of them, they both started to see that actually, wow, we've got totally different views and targets and visions for what we want to create. And I see this quite often where there are business partnerships, but they don't have a clear idea as to where they're both going. And what happens is I forget the exact quote, but I know there's a Chinese quote that says, when you chase two rabbits, you catch none. So it's almost like when you're in a partnership, if ever this happens to you guys, or you're approached to jump into a partnership, just make sure you're both headed in the right direction, that your visions align. And so actually, even if it's a short term, 1 year, 2 years, or even 6 months, 3 months, whatever it is, you just know that for that period of time, you can pursue things together. And then after that period of time, you can go back to really driving home in whatever you're doing in your business, or perhaps you're running that other business while you're doing your other business. But just bear in mind that when you chase two rabbits, you become distracted. You lose time, and time is the one thing you don't get back, guys. So for me, double down on what it is that you need to create in your life as your vision, and stay on purpose, stay on track. So that's it, guys. Stop chasing the money, and forge your way ahead. So I'm just going to share this final quote with you from today's live. And this is from Wayne Dyer. And if you don't know this guy, he's got a lot of great videos on personal development and growth. And I'd suggest you check him out on YouTube as well. When I chased after the money, I never had enough. When I got my life on purpose and focused on giving myself and everything that arrived into my life, then I was prosperous. And that's the thing, guys. That is the key as a business owner. So don't chase after the money. Stay focused and stay on purpose. Stay driven by your vision. And just be clear, if you are partnering with other companies, if you're doing other things to grow and help another company, in the belief and in the hope that it will help you to gain more money, you're probably doing it for the wrong reasons. But if those partnerships allow you to build and achieve more of that vision that you see, then perhaps you are in the right place as a partnership, or the right opportunities for you as a business. And so that's what I want to leave you guys with, something to think about. Hopefully these insights, these few stories that I've shared with you, will give you something to grab onto, so that you don't say yes to every opportunity. The more you say no, because you want to stay focused, you want to stay on track with your vision, the more successful you will be. So, this is from my own experience as well, from lessons I've learned, but also experiences. And I just want to share that insight with you guys. Stay focused. Say no more unless it aligns with your vision. And if it doesn't, don't feel bad about it. Feel good, because you'll be delivering more in the direction of your vision, therefore being in a position to help more of the people who need your help with your products and services, and you'll find more happiness going after that. So guys, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you have enjoyed today's content. If you want more help in growing your business, remember, just book in a time with me to have a chat. Book yourself in for a business strategy call. Just go to www.leonstreet.com/one-to-one, and I'll spell that out for you for those of you listening on the podcast. That's leonstreete.com/1-to-1. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I really enjoyed today's topic, actually. When you're in the moment delivering, but actually you're processing at the same time, it's a great reminder as well. Stop chasing the money, start chasing the vision. And if you need help building your vision, especially when it comes to marketing, reach out to me and I will help you go to that next level that's right for you. Take care. Have a great rest of your day, guys. And I look forward to catching up with you on my next live stream, which will be Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. UK time. Bye-bye.